Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Zunbil series here on the Lord Master channel. In which, obviously, we've recently reformed the Hephthalite Kingdom, as you can see in the middle of the map. Which is the first major step towards the restoration of the Hephthalite Empire, which is the last major goal that I thought of. Because, you know, this is notable in itself. In which to do that, you got to completely control the entire region of the former Hephthalite empires. You could see that outline, which includes half of Khorasan. This includes Kabulistan, the now de jure part of the Hephthalite kingdom, Transoxiana, Kashmir, and Punjab. Because those are the territories that are formerly part of the Hephthalite Empire from long ago. Even though they did also expand into Khwarezmia and parts of the Taran Basin, like all the way into Kucha and Khotan, which is currently held by the Exe, which are Turhun people, which they've been fighting they're intervening on somebody's subjugation war while dealing with peasant uprisings, which, that tends to happen. I got nothing to worry about there. Obviously, at this point, I don't think there are any major threats that would, try to fight against us. But look, here's the thing, and this is going to be a bit of a theme here for this episode, and that is to improve our military. Because, look, the kingdom, as big as it is, on the inside we are weak in the sense of, the strength of the men-at-arms. Like, we can expand it if we wish to. We can expand the size of the men-at-arms as well as create a new Men-at-Arms Regiment. We do have the income to support it, but we don't have enough money to recruit these. So to do that, I will do a grand taxation tour, but we'll do that in a couple of months. Until we have about, at least 300 plus gold. Let's not waste much time on that. Child was not meant to be. My wife, Benebsha Matita, shows his way life, but her head lingers on the belly. She's no longer pregnant. Now, of course, that would also mean in future we'll be, once we're done, increase the size of the military and everything, so we could be stronger against our future enemies. That, we'll have to fight vassalization wars against smaller entities. So, the clumsy. But she's been my rival as of late. So, you could stop being rivals. That's why I've been improving relations. Because I don't want to have rival vassals. And also, due to the lack of the number of children I have, and it's rather precarious since this is my only son and heir, that it would be wise to start getting concubines. But the issue with that is, no lowborns. You're in good health. One second. Like, is there a penalty or what? No. I guess he'll do that in an event. Unless I want to make a few exceptions. That's next door. How about that? each time you do that, they will not like you for this. I wonder what happens. Yeah. Forced to serve. Concubine. But the thing is, she's terrified of me. So she ain't gonna do nothing to me. There are others. Here's another one that is terrified of me, but will forever dislike me for this. Prisoner arrival. Oh, so you're married then. The old Zunist. Ah, I remember you. That's just a way of getting back at him. I find one more concubine that is terrified of me, which would indicate they'll not do any assassination plots against me. And importantly, not a lowborn. Extolled by house. You'll do. Rival next door. Took her in as a concubine now. This would be the one to watch out for. So I should start swaying her. Just to make it look like, hey, you and I are going to get along. Out of all the concubines that I have, you and I are the one that's going to get along. Eventually. As screwed up as it sounds. Peasant rebel and Badakhshan. Harsh rule, culture acceptance. I said, gesturing at my council to do the same. The most powerful people in the realm are here. Open my mouth, speak in meow. I look around the culprit. Meow. Fedor coughs on the long tail, purring contentedly. Bud said to my hand happily. Hello, meanwhile, purses of lips and disapproval. Perhaps we can have the animal removed, my lord. We have business of much import to discuss. No, he's no trouble. He can stay. Oh, and also another thing I want to say, regarding the future of Crusader Kings 3 here on the Lore Master channel, that as you know, that it's about a few days away before the release of Legends of the Dead DLC, which features, features such as, legitimacy, legends and diseases, especially the Black Death and all that. I mean, obviously, as this series continues, they will not feature that new DLC along with a few other things, as this will remain in the old version, as it was when I did it when the Legacy of Persia came out. And I have to say that I would have to say that once I'm done, I mean, I've stated before that once I'm done with the Turco-Hephthalite series of the Zunbil, that right here, that I will take a break, a couple of months long break from all things Crusader Kings 3. So all that new stuff, I think it would be more suitable if I were to wait for another DLC that would come in the third quarter of the year. That one I look forward to doing, and to do a series on that. And along with, of course, all the other, mods that I like to use that have to be up to date by then. But in my free time, I will still be playing CK3, just not recording. So that way I can, feel like I haven't been gone that long, based on how I play and everything. And, of course, all these new features that I would have to, learn from it, get used to it, and, come up with newer strategies for, for the future series. Wherever I may play in. My horse, Barhatakan, has been a source of companionship and wonder over the years. Even though she's still young and she's been distant, Ailing as late as I kneel beside her. See, he's contentment, but seemingly cannot find the strength to lift her head. I gently stroke her brown curl and listen to her labored breaths long into the night. Listen to the soft sounds she makes in her sleep. I listen to the ever-lengthening pause between inhales. I listen to silence. I will miss you, Bahatakan. My tax collector. I'm Shindag. I don't know why, but in the back of my mind, I wanted to say Shindig. No, Zindag, as returned from a recent journey around the realm. She requested an audience, claiming she brought back something more valuable than gold. My liege, I just collected the crown's due in Shugnan during my time there. I heard quiet rumors that Kamdana Vaham has a terrible secret, and upon further investigation, these rumors indeed appear to be genuine. Delectable. Excellent work. Tell you what, first thing next year, start the Grand Tour. Taxation Tour. And all the money that we will earn from this Grand Tour is going to go straight to the military. That's my priority now. I cannot work like this. There she is again. Now she's frustrated and dejected. Every court of the Shaddam is a sad place where greed reigns over efficiency and justice, hampering all my efforts. Good tax farming needs competent magistrates to keep local magnates in check, to make your roles seem righteous and your claim to the taxes justified. You must give me funds to employ more and better people for the courts, and the authority to fire the imbeciles currently housed there. Do I seem to be made of money? As much as I would like to help you out on that, but no, the money's going elsewhere. Latest work of my acquaintance, Amir Ishak, has become all the rage at court as of late. This piece deals with memory and what we'd leave behind. And Ishak has publicly dedicated it to me. Memory of a child. What man does not hope to rest when tired, in glorious memory with heart's design, and when the final hour nears, her name lives on lips of peers. So far I kept my thoughts to myself, but the buzz grown too dramatic to ignore much longer. I'm sure they're probably gonna, do a rework on this event for the, the whole, Legends thing. Because that's what this reminds me of. Different about that. Starting in January, go on tour. Go on tour. Do you hear yourself? How old am I? 37. From time to time, a nagging feeling echoes my head concerning my capability to withstand attack by a possible enemy in my own territory. After much thought, I planned coverage for that contingent, creating several bastions on my domain to provide defense in depth while harassing enemy movements. Of course, the resources to are significant, but doesn't my safety warrant a hefty price? God. Not discard the idea. Way too expensive to my liking. Now, let's see what vassals we can go visit. All of them. Start with you, and you, and you. Hang on. Then you. Then you. They go down there. 9 vassals will be stopping by. So obviously host a dinner to try and improve relations. Even though he's got that satrapy that I would want. Cultural festival. Dinner. Dinner. Cultural. Control. Cultural. Control. To the ground. Yeah. There's no need for luxuries to increase success in the tour. We'll get it all to the max. Anyhow. Just short. And I'm indifferent on prestige gain. So we're traveling light this time. Just my bodyguards. Basically the essential people. Yeah. I don't know why, but I felt like I was going to sneeze. But no, I'm good now. So, let's go on tour then. This is going to be a long one. Spend a fortune on this. Courtiers man. And there's a Yemeni Christian. There's a renowned silkworm merchant. Oh boy, let's get going. This is the Taxation Tour. Lucrative stuff. It's gonna be a while. So the settling for dinner. So much things. And not to mention all these little events, I'll be getting a lot of money for this. I swear, I've seen this place in my dream before, someone exclaims. It looks so familiar. Yes, in my dream. The geography and the landscape looked exactly like this. We've been traveling in East Turkmenistan for a few hours, and today when Shivin got all excited all of a sudden because of this. How wondrous it is. This must have been a sign from Kurmaz to Bag. Tell me more about your dream. Did you just... Oh. I've been enjoying my time here, but I cannot help but notice that I've faced an extravagance every day while I've been here. Perhaps Satrap Kirgoman of Balk is significantly more wealthy than I imagined. If my pondering proves true, it would mean the satrap owes me far more gold than he has been paying thus far, and I could demand an extraction. I already have a strong hook on him. Blackmailed him for attempted murder. He's been accused of decadence. Well, the back payments must be made. And if you don't accept it, then it's a crime, and I can get rid of you. He refuses. Oh, you done a bad thing. We'll have to deal with you when this tour is over. And we got rid of the lack of sheriffs in our new capital of Balk. This will make travel back to home safer when you're in this area. So yes, things are improving. We will improve this land. Another evening of merriment draws to a close. I find a selected conversation with capable people. Before I know it, the rooms become silent, save for our conversation. Everyone is hanging on my next word. Though a little awkward, I'm sure I can tell a tale that everyone here will be delighted by. 95, 97. Kinda doesn't matter. So I'll say something tragic. The story was impressive. 50 gold you paid me. Yesterday evening, I'm seated next to the satrap's knight, Van Dyck, watching as he decides to play along. Sure, I grow tired of life here at East Turkestan and long to elevate my station in life. My talents are wasted here. Later, but thinking of slipping over you back to Bulk, where I can really show what I'm with. As I might see Junior, but can I really steal from the satrap? He may have wheezing, but he's got great prowess. So of course, come with me. Time for a tribute. He refused, as predicted. Now I have two reasons of why I should arrest you. I have worried about my acquaintance, with Sandra Mata and her daughter Nirmala since the child was born, knowing that it was conceived by a linked union with Kandana Vaham. Now that Vaham and Chandra Mata are lawfully wedded, my old fears may finally rest. The secret will haunt me no longer. Cultural Festival in Changanian. Another 50 gold. I don't have as great chances as much as I used to, but 48.51. So it's a gamble. Got it. Sword shave tax. Here of all the effort that's been clearly put into the festival, I can still notice some abandoned houses and poor materials in Chaganian. When I approach the main square, I see that Hovajilmut has been surrounded by a group of kids. Eagerly ask about our entourage, they immediately hold Haida the moment they see me. I bought this for the cavalry, I don't care to see. I say as I shall dream about the Turco-Hephthalite elixir of youth, probably. Magnificent, he says as the kids come back to see it. You know, that artifact is the reason why I don't have much turn anymore. But I believe it still has its uses for me. Careful with those hands. Tribute time. Thank you. Up the mountain we go. We arrive at a small village of Livkand. We see quite a commotion in the town square. An unfortunate creature is surrounded by furious villagers. The bleak, hopeless look on his face, on his eyes, fades and brightens as he notices my procession's approaching. My Shah, these villagers say my actions made a sinner of me, but it is all lies. Won't you give me the Shah's justice? Truly, the evidence seems circumstantial, but a lowly flesh should never speak to this Shah unprompted. Oh, hell. What's the control here? What's it like down here? Well, if I travel on this, I need to be serious. So the execution is just. As we trek through Lefkant, our caravan stopped at a clearing bordered by oak trees. I proceed towards the commercial and find Chivin and Van Dyck. I have an eye read rule. I'll have no more of your idiocy, you've spineless sycophant. So it stamps for the crest. You're the one to whine on the entire journey, squealing, are we there yet? At every crossroads, Van Dyck retorts. Come now, I'll show you two who can make amends. And did. Every little bit helps. Would be nice to have this. I wouldn't mind becoming a diplomat. If I want more realm stability, the more I expand. The inn we stayed in, Monk, last night was surprisingly a wonderful place. I don't know what the inn or its staff did right, but said about the inn allowed most of us to sleep through the night so peacefully. This morning there are smiles on the faces of many of my entourage as we prepare to leave. What a wonderful place this was. Dinner with this unlikable bastard, but he's terrified, so I'm sure he'll cooperate. Also, what crime did he do? County mismanagement. Haha. Got it again. You know, wait until we reach 1,000 gold and I'll start spending on the recruitment of the Men-at-Arms to increase. As I finish my latest meal, I cannot help but feel like there's a hole in my stomach where the dessert ought to be. Although Arash of Rasht can read my mind, it saves you before I have the opportunity to complain. He calls for Sarah to bring out his special cakes. Nothing but the finest hashish cakes in my shah, says an absolute mountain of the stuff dropped on my plate. I will consume them all. Additional taxes, thank you very much. We'll start recruiting and increasing the size of Men-at-Arms soon. Another dinner has been prepared. We made it during my stay. It looks to be a real winner. I salivate just to look at the sucking steamy dish and right is about to take my first bite. An irritatingly familiar voice pierces my eardrums. My rival, Malik Ibrahim, arrives to spoil my appetite, and his mere presence bringing my blood to boil. What makes matters worse, appears jubilant in my misery, and actually starts laughing at joking with a sworn enemy of the crown. Why on earth would I want to do that? I must turn the other cheek. Time for tribute. You're definitely going to pay me, because you're terrified of me. Thank you. Okay. While this grand tour continues, let's expand the size of Men-at-Arms. Hang on. Oh, that monthly maintenance once we're all fully. And if I had room to recruit another Men-at-Arms regiment, really, this is more expensive than the Tarkans? I mean, I'd like to have cavalry, but based on a geographical setting, I guess camel riders would be ideal. Unless you want light horsemen. Tarkans are good in oases, drylands, and desert. Not good in mountains. Yes, Sabira, good in drylands, but not so much in hills and highlands, basically. Very expensive to have. Kind of gives me the idea. Unless you want to reduce, you know, cavalry maintenance. You know, if we had another building slot, I was about to say, do we have anything that's... Aha, stables. Let me look at those. They do not say anything about maintenance. Maybe perhaps one day. I mean, we can't do that until 962. If I had my way, I would like to have, yeah, horse breeders. Go back to our roots. Yeah, I mean, we're pastoralists, but horse breeders sounds like a pretty good idea to me. The idea of reducing the maintenance and recruitment costs for all cavalry types. Because I would like to have the Asmira in my retinue. As expensive as they could be, but horse breeders would be ideal to me. Huh. Yeah, back to the Hephthalite roots. Because they used to be people to step. In fact, let me bring that up. The Hephtalites. They were horse lords, yes. But not necessarily horse breeders. Now let me see. Horse lords, horse lords. That has to be regional, right? No. There's horse breeders, but no horse lords. I'd keep looking. Starts with an H. Not there. Nope. Nada. I think you have to be in a specific region, like up there in the steppes, to make it so. So, maybe in a couple of years we should establish that tradition of horse breeders. Just to reduce the cavalry costs, as I am willing to, you know... Wait, let's see the damage differences. Damage is 90, 35... Okay, 90, 35, 35, 10. Tarkans? 110, 30, 30, 10. So slightly more maneuverable, but less damage. Counters against skirmishers and heavy infantry, which is what you'll commonly see out there. These against heavy infantry and heavy cavalry. And how often do you see heavy cavalry out there? Not much. But reducing the cost of maintenance would be ideal. So, for now, continue with the tour. While we're in the recruitment phase to expand the military to become even stronger than before. And then we'll be back on the offensive. 90 gold. Well, you're traveling up the mountain, so it's a little more difficult to travel up here. And it's winter right now, so better to have dinner up there. Sorry, I got a little thrown off because of the sound of the, real life. There's the sound of a jet outside, flying awfully low, like it could have caused a sonic boom. I'm getting lucky with these. Already have reached tier 4, which will get plenty of prestige in. Good amount of renown. Yeah, and they'll pay me more. Food's been piled high once again this evening, as I come to expect. However, the little pastries I've grown so fond of seem to be absent. I turned to Rehan of Karan with a quizzical expression on my face. I know he expected more pastry, my Shah, but the cook assures me that every last one went missing before it was ready to be served. We're trying to catch a thief, but the gluttonous villain is far too elusive. Not too elusive for me. I emerged from my slumber after another peaceful night's staying with Taberna and Karan. As I regain my conscience, I feel something heavy beside me. What's that boy? A entire keg of Shiraz white rests beside me like a lover, sloshing and creaking. Its foldedness was slight, emotional. This gave us an unexpected. Was it really anything to pleasantly to wake up to? Okay, so I don't lay with her, and neither does me because she's an asexual, so I'll just say what a wonderful way to wake up to, and at least don't have to lay with her. I followed the trail of crumbs and splotches of sauce and grease all the way down the corridor until at last locate the culprit. I entered her bedroom and find yeah, God, I was sitting alone with a entire pile of pastries at her side. Oh, my Shah, it's about to bring the pastries to you, of course. But you see, you've always, gone by the time it's my turn to eat, so I thought I would sneak one or two first. Pray do not tell a soul of this. I don't know why on earth would I want to be friends with you. So I'll say, ha! Are you sure you want to? Brave, bold, spy master. I'll let you off with a favor. Time for tribute. You gave in. It's another evening of my stay, and yet another 4 meals placed in front of me. I knock a little with my knife and watch as a dark, unfamiliar sauce slides around like cascading mud. Oh, what I wouldn't give some food from the capital. Just some simple pomegranate cakes would be fine. I could ask Taberna for something back home, of course, but I risk causing offense. I'll just ask. I'm already out of here anyway. So now go meet Kamdana Faham of Shugnan. Culture festival here. So that'll make the Pamiris like me a little. They're accepted between us. Also, I'm reminded the control. It's good enough. Down here. Because this is the unruly country. I follow Kamdana Vaham, shows me the way around the festival, and now, he announces, as we head to the Casa grounds, what I expect to be a pleasant surprise. I raise my eyebrows when we find a marvelous fountain, all white and stone, with a silver pipe, obviously running with a clear juice. Some people gather around it, laughing and throwing coins into the well. Let's all drink together. Gotta increase the economy in some way. Also, further reduce the men-at-arms maintenance. That's another thing you need. More quarries are in great demand. So that way warfare doesn't get expensive. Gotta make these investments. It is time for a break from speed to Manav's routine lesson plan. I think it may be a good time to pass along some values of House Zunbil to him. He is already brave, as we know. So I will hone his skills by House Zunbil's traditions. Increase your prowess, as he's a bumbling fighter right now. A group of locals take the stage of what seems to be the longest planned sermon I ever heard. I try to keep my eyes open, but soon enough the piles I hit at the corner of the street looks a bit too comfortable, a bit too tempting. I must stay awake. Tribute time. Thank you. And now the long travel to Kabul. Thank goodness for the mountain homes cultural tradition. Yeah, Corey's line of buildings have additional bonuses. It's a good thing that we switched out one of the old traditions to this one. That's very helpful. My son and heir speak to Manaz, impressive one of the household knights for a very long time. After finally meeting in person, he repeated the warrior's words to himself. Greatness comes in time. Fate autographs when it does. I'm not a patient man, but what's better, patient or diligent? Go with diligent. You must be taught that hard work always produces results. Give him that. Although stress loss won't be an issue, but it won't be much of an issue if you're going to keep many pets that you get to interact with. Yeah, it's starting to go the other way. No rush. We approach a hamlet where a forlorn woman stands shackled on the gallows. A throng gathering in its foot. Shah! It's the Shah! As it stumbles through the crowd. Crying, please, my wife is innocent. It's a lie. Nobody even saw it. They pull away. No. Here, as he's dragged down the street. Official battleship. Sorry, my lord. Ignore him. The woman is guilty. Don't worry about that. I like to hear the charges. Find the truth. This character will stop at nothing to find the truth and deliver justice. Ravine! God dang it. Now we get to stay for 7 days. And got rid of that peasant rabble potential. Because we converted the populace, that's why. And all the areas that are owned in the domain are no longer authority. I could get rid of them, of the this option. Since I put, you know, other faiths on welcome, I could get rid of soon, but I need to be home for that just in case. Touring the grounds a couple this time. Now it's 51 this way, 40 the other. Nope, haggling fails. Haggling fails. I guess my luck just ran out. It's like gambling, you know. Time for tribute pay-up. Oh, you refused. Well, you and I are gonna have some issues in future. Possibly. Can't guarantee it. Heading back to my old home in Zamindor, born and raised. Several peasants gathered around me asking for stories from my life. I think back on what I tell them, and the two stories jump to mind. One, when my son Kanishka was born in my Beneficent Matita, is a lovely memory. Rest in peace, young Kanishka. On the other hand, when I was victorious in Shapur's Holy War, a more awesome tale. Like they do inspire loyalty and fervor. Well, that's for Gazna. Keep that well in mind. Which that place, you know, at least it's settled down. Everyone loves a war story. Give me more levies. Trade them. Almost everybody's fully reinforced. It's been snowing for days now. The road ahead appears to be completely passable. However, as I look ahead, I see a small group of people approaching us fast across snowdrifts. Soon a man stands before me and speaks with a wide grin. You seem to be in quite a predicament. Well, if you're not, for a fair price, we'll help you return to your travels. What are you good for? Oh, a lot of things. Helping others is his own reward. Alright, he joins us and we start moving again. And he's a hunter too, so maybe one day we'll go hunting. Whenever I have free time, of course. Okay, this is our monthly income. 12.7. And so, during wartime, all this monthly maintenance. Oof. As tempting as it is, I kind of want to get them on board. Knowing that we will devastate the skirmishers and heavy infantry should we ever encounter them. So, start small. Size 3 just for starters. Very expensive to recruit. Well, they would be much better stationed over here, but maybe, hang on, like if there's a place for them. So like maybe after this, like we should go for bailiffs, so we can have an additional building slot, and I'll start building stables. And of course, don't forget the idea that I have for horse breeders. That's just for us characters, not necessarily what it'll do for, you know, buildings per se. We want to look at that again. Like, isn't there anything that relates to, whatchamacallit? Anything that would affect, you know, horses? Of course, all these bunch of other things. We'll still stick with the horse breeders as a future cultural tradition that will adapt, which is basically calling back to the old Hephthalite roots. Alright. And don't forget, we're still going to be spending quite a bit of money to invest on these quarries to make the Men-at-Arms maintenance, you know, just to make things more affordable. Welcome back home. My old home. Currently ruled by my nephew. And of course there's this. Forge a goblet. No thank you. Pay up. Thank you. And we go to this end of the, went from one end of the kingdom to the other. From the highest of mountains to the lowest of deserts. You turned away. This insult will not soon be forgotten. You clumsy woman. Well, can't blame her, she's shy, that's the reason why. There's one more place to visit. I was warned ahead of time that the villages of Kid had come together and erected a statue of me. When I arrive and look at it though, I cannot really process what I'm seeing. Not only is the statue the ugliest thing I've ever seen, but it looks nothing like me. Glancing around, however, I only see proud faces peering up at me. Does no one else see how bad this is? Is this a joke? Tear it down! Just about to break camp in the morning, on our way to Good, when I find Ko in his lodgings, breathing heavily and pale as a sheet. That's under my scrutiny. Let's out about and call. Deco can also contract something. Is this an epidemic? Treat him. Epidemics. Coming soon in Legends of the Dead. Epidemics. Yeah. My ferret, little firebrand, has been among us for many years, and the passage of time does not spare ferrets. Sadly, she's not as young as she once was. It seems like her time has come. She crawls into my lap as I can feel her trembling. I sit her longer tonight, petting her black back until the sun rises and finds me alone. I will miss you, little firebrand. Yeah, she may be my woman, but I'm trying to get her to my son. But she sees through my efforts. Alright, one more dinner. Get some more gold out of it, and then we'll be back home. As is typical, my meal comes with entertainment. The actors perform great feats of acrobatics and skill, but then I begin to notice something. Throughout their performance, there has been a man wearing clothes just like mine, and with what looks like excrement smeared on his face, singing songs about alleged wickedness. I turn shocked at Satrap Ordishvadatha of Ishkingu, only to see that he's cackling at this show of vulgarity. I'm able to touch my food, watching and listening to Tarko laughs at this twisted mockery of my character. Damn it, man. Got to take you. But just grin and bear it, say it's pretty funny. I find myself awake in agonizing hunger, unable to turn to my rest. I wander in the dark to the kitchen and find that the room is lit. The room is lit a little with something besides my lamp. The pantry shelves glow of an unearthly yet inviting gold. I'm overrun with curiosity. Unable to find the source of the glow, with the flame line light snuffed out, I begin to check around the edges of the pantry. I must get to the bottom of this. He noticed. He replenished the alcohol stores. We became friends. It seems an honorably the honored guest at the Satrap's court this evening. I was outside of fascinating Virgraha Stambach, and our conversation left me feeling most like. I don't understand the world and the Vedas like I do. Magnanimous Shah. If you have me, I'll be honored to lend my skills to your court. Is there one such fascinating pursuit of Homer? Is there room for my profile? I was wondering why his name sounds very foreign. That's a hell of a skill, so I'll say, of course there is. You can come over. You might be useful for something. Hey up. As much as I'd like to imprison my vassals, but I mean, none of them are, trying to form factions against me, and if they are, I would be willing to do so. Treat them. No interest. Here we are, back home. Now I'm a magnificent liege. Bigger vassal tax contribution. And the vassal limit, of course, goes up, and so is the renown. Thank you very much. Gee, I would love to hold another grand tournament. I'd love to take part in an archery contest. Because, health boosts. Yeah, I'd like to do that. But keep all in mind. just remember, it's not until 962, so 5 years' time. And we're still recruiting for this new one. Why does it take so long to build? You won't move them over here. Station here. And you, primary tribesmen, go over there. Yeah. Not fully reinforced yet, so don't go expanding yet. My cat Porogut's been on my side for many years. And the patch does not spare cats. I'll miss you too. Ah, here we go. One moment. So there you go. That reduces the maintenance of the spearmen that we have. But now this is to reduce the maintenance. And boy, in later ages, can you imagine? We go from this to, you know, this. Reduction of maintenance and all that. Anything to reduce the Men-at-Arms Regiments is always good. Oh yes, I'm reminded. That elixir. Repair that. That may still have use. Like, this is the alternative to, what you might call celibacy. Third Courtiers conquest. Well, just you wait. I am paying a visit to a scholar living nearby. Don't respect a member of the local community. This man is also infamous for spending days, if not weeks, in his study, doing nothing but reading dense, arcane scrolls and scribbling academic nonsense in his notebook. Oh, other people may not understand, but there is so much wonder to be found in reading and in writing that is offered nowhere else, he tells me as we discuss his work. Even if only for personal pleasure, I ask. Don't you miss the outside world? He chuckles. To explore new worlds, to understand the mysteries of the universe, to be at peace with yourself in a quiet environment. People often only care for the pleasures of the body, but there are pleasures of the mind and of the soul as well that can have a deeply positive impact on oneself. But you just sit at home staring at words all day? I mean, the vengefulness in him, he can't be any, active. He's got to go out and do something about it. And he just might. Okay, this is where the money comes in. Development is up to 10 now. So sustained development as needed. And this is our capital. We got to keep increasing the development here. Deviant? What does it say? In our faith? Shunned. I don't care. You do you. It's sinful, but hey, it's your business. I am traveling through the part of my domain in the Pamir Mountains, and I'm resting for a while at the residence of one of the local shepherds. He happily discusses with me with his flock of the local breed of sheep called Nakjiba or Ramapoi in the local tongues, which are known for their big horns. These are so big that the pen he uses to close his flock is made using these horns. Fascinating information. What's this? Oh, a hunt. I did say something about I should go hunting again. Well, here's the opportunity. And it's going to be here. Alright, I'll be there. Just find me the fastest way of getting there. And I mentioned about wanting stables. Because the idea of, you know, when you reach level 4, that you get the superior amounts of travel option. But that would be on early medieval era, I think. Which is what we're on, but you need to have certain things. And plus, another reason why I should have stables. Travel speed. But in the meantime, bring extra cattle. Just to go a little faster. You got it. As we wait to arrival of the rest of the guests. Harash started on preparations. His gamekeepers check the grasses each day for signs of quarry, while building a camp closer to the hunting grounds. My bird grows restless, waiting, knowing it will soon be unleashed. So, just have to wait for the others. Every little bit is good. And so is these cattle pastures. Invest, invest, invest. Alright, who's not here yet? Ah, Satrap, of course. Where are you at? 30 minutes. Right, he's coming. .3% chance of success. Siwash, Arash's master of the hunt, summons the parties as a light. As the light reaches the camp of the grasslands near Azaj. With any luck, we'll find a husk of hares, and our falcons will have a great sport. The beta stage will be ready. The hounds, well points once selected. So this is falconry then. Let me see. Now that everybody's here. Oh, look at you. I would love to have you as my court scholar. I'll befriend you. I'd like to speak with him. waiting for a word from the Santans. My party rests in the Shader Corps. Sevash stands not far off. This is my chance to present. Sevash, how are you? It's not often we get a chance to talk, Elvin informed me. He seemed surprised, but not hostile in my conversation. He's an evil lackey. He's very generous, but very cruel. Oh, I do pity the poor animals at times. My words don't seem to make much of an impact, for he says nothing. Well, I think it's probably a bad call because callousness. So it's kind of 50-50. That didn't work. My vassal, my Khan, is crouched on the ground. I'll make cheerfully. I'll pick up poppies. It appears lost all interest in it. Shah, what a bounty in nature. Look at these plants. Truly wealth of the earth knows no bounds. We do not appreciate these simple treasures enough. Hey, get back on your horse. We're here for the hare. God dang it. Alright, this game master signal the party. We've arrived at the release spot. From our vantage point, we can see several sandy areas in the plain up ahead. The party halts as if to remove our birds' hoods and set them, one by one, to the sport. It's time. This is probably not gonna be successful. This is a forced. You forced a hare hunt. You forced it instead of going for whatever you originally intended. Arash watches excited as his falcon identifies target and takes wing from its watch, soaring high in the air. The hares are none the wiser. As my falcon scans the ground from high above, it swoops like a bolt of lightning. The Courtier scrambles the cover, but it's already too late. Nicely done. I'm an out and about today. Expected some of my servants at work. They've been completing some minor repairs to the wall and structure in one part of my residence. As I walk, slowly observing the whole scene, I come across a hammer. I pick it up and like how firm it feels in my hand. There's something special about this hammer, though I'm not a common craftsman or laborer, but I can't help but admire this hammer. The more I think about it, after all, aren't buildings, ships, and other great constructs made with such a simple thing? Perhaps even a great Shah katana might find utility to this everyday tool. At the least, I could keep it around to inspire myself to work harder. Though the hammer is a simple tool, it might be handy if you have a hammer around just in case. If the only tool you have is a hammer, every problem will look like a nail. I'll keep it by my side. You know what? Bring on the hammer. Stage means little to me now. Probably won't use it anytime soon, so you might as well destroy it, as terrible as it is. Because that's a work of poetry that belonged to Shah Firoz, the Spears of Bulistan. Actually, no. Is there a way to... Well, you could, you know, reforge it, but can't, you know, turn it into a court artifact, because that would have been great. I guess it's for keeps. Casting a shawl over Zabulistan. A dark cloud was seen hovering around Zabulistan, the county, recently in a manner that locals excitedly described as unnatural and bizarre. He stayed in one exact spot for days on end, so they claim, casting an unwelcome shadow near one village in particular. Though the cloud has since dispersed, some claim that the presence of such an omen spells doom and gloom for us, and dark times are soon to come. But I'm not so sure how valid such claims are. Pray the Zun and guide us through these troubled times. Everything that could have gone wrong seemed to be. There were silver linings to be found. It's a shame I have to head back so soon. I could do this all day. The birds do need to rest up. I don't have guys together to brace the birds, called by our falcons. A bounty of game and a measure of the good training of our birds. My falcon happily eats the morsels of meat as rewards for performance day before we depart for Cameron. We return, reinvigorated. So I failed this task. Which I've stated before, makes me want to go hunt. Which you could do that. But the problem with that is, well, are there any animals out there that... Aha! Gazelle sighting. And this is the best place to hunt. Yeah, why not? Let's go hunting again, but except it's way expensive. Mercenary guards. No need for these. Find a thing with no cost. Why on earth would you want to do that? Yeah, I like to hunt a gazelle up there. Anybody in my family and other knights can come. And so could court guests, they could be there. And if anybody doesn't want to come, I understand. And that'll be the last time I spend anything this expensive. Plus, you need more prestige, so that way you have some in reserve. Because I will spend it on that horse breeders tradition in a few years' time. As I said, I'd like to get up to this way. That lifestyle is pretty healthy, you know? Hunting, the outdoors and everything. My rival has died. Good. 80% chance of success for this because of numerous factors. Hunter trade experience, master to hunt, hunter guests have grown along. This is mountains. There is no holdings here. And due to our cultural traditions, and there's a gazelle sighting. Let me see. Mountain homes, another reason why. The mountains are your favorite hunting grounds, rather than out in the middle of the drylands. So. All present and accounted for. But Shava, the master hunt, summons a party that the gathers of light reaches the camp. The mountains near Riga. My men have been gathering sightings of the gazelle that roam the local area. My many gamekeepers have flushed report over there for tracks of views. There's clearly a small gazelle buck nearby, but no traces of larger game. I want to hunt something with him. Yeah, that chance went down since I decided to go for the hyena instead, but chances will increase in time. Poachers here in this highland. The huddled getters are rid of my guards, making a poor job of hiding the dead gentlemen. We do not do this. Please have mercy, glorious Shah. The blades and bows valid our words. They will hang, and their villages will pay. So people in this county bear the burden of making up for us. So when this is active, the hunt chance here will be slightly better. And of course poverty pay will be go down there, but that's your problem, mister. Just as my knight Ectair started to smell, legs still dangling for myself, my brazen vassal satrap Kirgoman made sure to bump into his horse, sending him tumbling to the ground. Hey, this is no way for a satrap to act. I'm the negotiator here. My knight Washava signals across the valley. A whole hyena pack crouches in the hollow not far off. The beasts bolt up on approach. Laughing the alarms, they retreated to the dense trees, fangs snarling. We chase after the fleeing dark vermin. Focused on the largest group. Now begins the real chase. After it, we ride. Back up to 80. As you reach the top of the hill, my hunting party finds a dark cave that seems practically endless. Around its entrance are the unmistakable signs of a hyena. No doubt, a hyena or even a group of hyenas call this place home. If we wait here till nightfall, we will most definitely find our prey. You know, let me think about it. Knowing my father, he would say, son, be brave and don't be a... We could track it based on this. Failed to track the hyena this way. After hours of riding, we finally cornered the wily beast, but our chase has not been in vain. Whether tired or defiant, the hyena at last halts, turns toward us, and lets out an almighty laugh. The huntsmen quickly surround the growling animal, which glares at me, its bared fangs frothing and dripping with saliva. As I stated, that I kind of want to get that bow up a bit, because the benefits of health and a few other things that will be very, very useful in time, especially when we have a lot of money to hold grand tournaments in the future. I'll shoot it. I take aim as the party keeps the exhaust down with place, exhale, and loose. The arrow strikes true, straight in the beast's heart. That's how you do it. Hunts like these are a pure joy. I cannot wait for next year. There's nothing quite like the thrill of bringing down a mighty beast. Ashava, the master hunt, directs to breaking up, deftly skinning the carcass with precision and speed. We place the eager dogs here to dispose on the stretch hide before departing for camp and home. Mounts its head, my guest to see its majesty. I will become the owner of the notorious hyena skull. The skull, the size-smirk-mouthed hyena hunted by Shah Katana in Riga. It is actually preserved and attached to an ornately carved ash mount. Yeah, I didn't gain too much on that, but I'll be sure to do more of this often. Every chance I get. Put it up there. At least it's something for them to look at. Khan, the local captain and a few of his officers greet me as my entourage enter the military capsule check on him. As he wanders off, I quickly dismount for him. A couple paces forward, Khan stops towards the latest siege guards neatly placed in rows before me. Quite a sight, isn't it? I nod, appreciating the organized chaos I'm observing. Now, what would my lord want to do next? As he looks at me expectantly. What is that contraption? You eat it. Seems that our caravans have become a little lost in these far nights. Bogs would tread around dozens for hours. Though he's the last swallow his pride and ask for directions, he does not appear an expert Sogdi speaker. Fortunately, I'm fluent in Sogdi. It's gone ahead of time. Thank Zun I could go inside again. And look at the monthly income now that we have fully reinforced the SWR. But, okay, let's do this as a demonstration. In 5 months' time, we raised the whole army, so we'll know how expensive the upkeep is during wartime, since we have expanded the military a lot. Again, this will take months, and it will disband. I kind of want to get this now, but look how far away we are. Very far away from getting to that. But it would be nice to have another building slot for the proposed stables. That's just my idea. But let's not forget, there's also, among other things, for more holding taxes, which is always good in development growth. So that takes 25 years. This is 19 years. Do that 12 years. So might as well do that. Just get a little faster. I wish there's a better way. Though there is, but I'm kind of not into that idea yet. My brother has been executed. Okay, 3.8. Because we have all the men-at-arms out. Wait 1 month. Okay, the armies have finished scattering, and this is the total maintenance. 5.4. As long as the realm is running fine and the vassals keep giving me taxes and all that, so we can afford a long war, theoretically. And among other things. Especially with our new archer cavalry, which will definitely hurt them. Hurt our enemies to use skirmishers and heavy infantry. But we don't want to expand the size, all the way. So there you go. That's just to demonstrate that we can afford a large army. Much larger and stronger than it is. So give it a year and then I may start a war against them. And especially with the construction of mines, the shallow ore mines. That's another thing. What's that going I hear in some muffled meals? Sitting out cold on his bound dad. Piduk, cradle in his arms. The feline looks up adorningly, limbs tucked in like a baby's, and as Sven bound down rocks and lovingly. I offer a greeting, but though the human responds, the cat merely purrs contentedly and burrows face to a crooked nose. Despite myself, I feel slight of pang of jealousy. Hey, give my cat here. Hamlets construct in bulk, though that's increased taxes so we can afford more. Aspiring fighter. And you are vengeful, just like me. The morning chorus of twittering birds accompanied down to the southern. The light of dawn given way to the gloomy darkness lit only by sputtering lamps. I yawn and stretch as I go. My feet patter across the floorboards. Once my eyes adjust to the lack of light, culinary tragedies unveil at it. Apple cores, scattered crumbs, bones, flints clean the meat. Ain't shocked? I look around the entire room, but everywhere my eyes land and they find more evidence. Sunny Agora, soft, contented bird. You'll pay that back, and more if you have. Well, looks like you just got beaten, bud. I did what I could to try to make these concubines, like me. Because I'd like to have a little more children. Because you see, despite the fact that I'm Chase, which is basically what he was saying, it's like, hey, you gotta make them respect you before you lay with them. She managed to bring a blue parrot. Wow. She's perfect. A parrot named Alolis, named it after you. I don't know why I would want to call it Polly. Oh, I was just about to look at that. 3 of my courtiers are overtly discussing my great number of titles with deliberate earshot, loudly lamenting how taxing it must be for the Shah to manage so many estates himself. They are thick as thieves. The faithful Oromaz, the servant of the court, haughty Chet, my woman, concubine, the privileged effigy, and the unsolved Shemardita of the Hephthalite kingdom. Just happy to be involved in violent abstinence, shredding humility. Over the dinner, courtiers gossiping, I clear back out of the woods, Mazapanet, and Munjam. And what was Chet's simpering tone. The shameless child tried to look my way and catch him with a glare. Why on earth would I want to give her that land? No. What are you looking at? Another parrot. Two female parrots. My daughter. And of course, due to the equal doctrine, it's gonna be like that. Unless such a no. That reminds me. As I said, I gotta fix that. Fix the succession. Because the equal was a good idea from the religious perspective, but in succession? No. That's a bit of a no-no. But the problem is, I believe is you gotta have a high. Is that correct? Yeah, you gotta have a high crown authority for that. Not to mention that there are those who oppose you. Well, in this case, she is a legitimate child and not a child of concubine. Oh, sickly. Just like, you know. So my idea for now, and it's gonna be for, you know, till the next episode, that is, start saving up some money. Like, get up to at least, oh, like 500 some odd gold. And then we'll start going back to offensive wars for vassalizations and conquests. Especially in this row here. To grab, you know, the rest of this bit of Kabilistan left. And Kashmir. And the big one in Punjab. Then turn to Sogdia. Shallow ore mines. Excellent. Oh, my cat and my horse are going at it. Stop this at once, Antonio. Cat and horse are going at it like cats and horses. Oh my goodness. My cat killed my horse. Holy crud. Add these two. Every bit of tax helps. Very expensive upkeep. So we'll end this episode soon. I mean, that's what that episode is largely about. And in fact, watch this. That's all the way over there. You make a good offer, but no. We'll find someone better for him. This is gonna be your last child. You're starting to get to that age. Oh, they're killing him. I told you the realm is theirs. No matter how big your army is, even a smaller force can pack a big punch against them. All the more reasons why we expanded our military as of late by having even more Pamir tribesmen and pikemen, so we could fight them in the mountains on near equal footing. And so therefore, they've defended their land successfully. But in the next episode, they won't get so lucky. Despite the sickliness of Nana, the Sub sleep helped her out. Alright. I think she might make it out of sickliness for the young Shadok. Whoa, look! A hunt again. Damn, man, you sure love to hunt. You know what? I'll be there. let's end this episode on one more hunt. Even though it's not on my terms. But as I stated before, that man loves to hunt. Wife's the architect. So, it's forced a antelope hunt, and there's still punished poachers here, which I contributed. Get back on your horse. Hunts are pointed out secluded, clearing downwind of the base cover. Perfect place to form a bow line and await the antelope driven to the battle hound teams. The host thinks for a moment, nodding. Yes, we shall have a little ambuscade. We'll try to ambush it. You know, it's not a good chance. 41% chance. 44% chance. Our plans were for naught. The beast scents are trapped by wind or clouds, and refused to be led or ambushed by the flushes. At last, it slipped their clutches entirely, disappearing in the plains. Clever thing. So I gained more experience of Veneto. Horse and bow, bit by bit. Oh man, I love going on hunting trips with you. It's almost like the lands of Kotal are just good places to hunt. Especially as plains up here. But let's be real. The best places to hunt is up in these here mountains. Gee, wish we had one of these. I mean, you could spend it, but money's going elsewhere. And that's towards war. Yeah. So we will end the episode on that note, because in the next episode, we're going to start, first do a vassalization war, because I really like, those who ever ruled House Karan, and how they kept their independence and their faith. Which again, I tried many times. That I'd like to have religious sanctions. You can keep your religion. So that means we're going to have to beat you in the vassalization war. And then I'll make concessions with you to say, you can keep your religion. Keep your land. And, and then perhaps all of Pamir will be yours. This will be your domain. That I'll be willing to help you out. Even though your faith is hostile, but there's a tiny minority of them left over there. So there's that. And of course, too big to be vassalized. And of course, you start fighting in these series of wars. Not yet exalted among men, but one day claim all of Punjab. So just to get ahead of time, gotta start going towards antagonistic again. steer the house unity this way. So that way, one less of the level of fame. So that's a good reason to switch house unity the other way, because we'll be back on the offensive in the next episode for all that and more. So until then, so long for now.